Alright, so next part of this video series, when we're looking at overall or general levels of reinforcement in our dog's life. Introducing an element of choice, okay, the dog controlling their own outcomes, and gentle handling of our dog. Alright, so when I'm thinking about these things, the phrase I will try and remind myself of is, can I give my dog this amount of time out of my day, or this amount of time out of my life? Okay, and as far as I'm concerned, the answer should almost always be yes. Alright, so just to give a scenario, if I have taken Logan out for a walk in the morning, okay, so he just gets out in the morning, he's not a morning dog, but he needs to go out for the toilet before I go to work. If I have not allowed that time, so if I'm a little bit rushed in the morning and I've not allowed that time for him to get out, then what happens then is that I will be late for the client. Okay, so I will be 5 or 10 minutes late for the client, and then I make that time up to them, okay, or I do something else with that. Okay, so this shouldn't happen very often, but if it does, so if I've not left enough time to get Logan out for the toilet and properly, I make that time, and I make that time up elsewhere. Okay, so if I take him out and I know his toileting habits really well, I know exactly when he's going to eliminate and whether he's going to defecate or urinate, and so I will then go out with him and I will give him that extra 3 minutes of my time, and that's as much as the time I'm talking about here, 3 minutes to move around in the grass, waking himself up, stretch off, and then go to the toilet. If I'm then taking him out in the morning and I'm rushed and I pick up his harness and I then ask him to come out of bed and I move his blanket back and he gets up, very often what he will do is he will do the up dog and the down dog, so he'll do the cat stretches, okay, both stretches, and I allow him to do that, and that takes him 5 or 10 seconds, okay, to do those stretches. And if I'm rushed, that seems like a long time, but I've made this mistake by being rushed and he doesn't pay for it, so I give him that time, okay, and then it's up to me to change certain aspects of my morning routine so that I do have that time, so even getting up 5 or 10 minutes earlier, okay, to allow that so that we're not rushed. Alright, so that I'm not rushed, because I as best as I can don't allow him to be rushed. Alright, if I'm putting a harness on him, or taking the harness or his jacket off, I will ask him to stand. Okay, now I train him to do this, okay, and I'll hold him there, but I do the best that I absolutely can to make sure I'm not manhandling him. Okay, so there's no rough handling of him. Okay, so if he moves forward, so it's a perfect fit harness that he has, so it's got 4 clips and 3 of them come off for him to take his harness off. If he's standing there, I unclip the first one. If he moves forward, all I will do is hold him steady, son, okay, and I ask him just to hold himself there, and then I take the other ones off. So if he moves forward when he hears the first clip, I don't pull him back, okay, all I recognise is that he's moved forward when I've unclipped when I've unclipped the first fastener or the first clip, okay, and I'll take that time just to say to him, just wait there, pal, okay, and I'll fix you. So now all these little things, and so you see how with the information I've given this video already, these are tiny things that we can give our dogs, but it all pays in to that relationship that we've got with our dogs. So I'm going to take that time and I'm going to take that care to provide you and make this a nice experience for you. So I don't know who it was that came up with this quote. I think Sue Sternberg, perhaps, and I apologise if I've got this wrong, but the question that we're asking for, that I think that, or that I ask all my interactions with my dog is how is this for you? Okay, so I think of, is there anything that I can improve this on? Is this a good experience for you? If it's a bad experience, can it be the least bad that I can possibly make it? Okay, alright, so those are things to just really easy things to consider. If we're out walking him with on the lead, if he stops and sniffs, so the street sweepers have been down in the streets here and they've put all the mulch from the leaves, all the fallen leaves is now been piled up into leaves, and they'll come around and collect them. but because it's swept them off, it's lifted up all those decaying smells off the ground. So he wants to spend time exploring that when we're out on a walk. Okay, temperature today is not cold, so it's about 7 or 8 degrees today for the winter, and that's mild for us in the winter, which converts to about 40 degrees in American. Now if it's raining, that's not pleasant to be standing around in particularly. But if he wants to stop and sniff, can I give him 2 or 3 or 4 minutes to stop and sniff that? Okay, considering that might be that's part of his the time that he's out of a day, so he doesn't have the same opportunity to do all these cool things that we do. This is his time to do that cool thing, okay, and he wants to do it. Can I give him that 3-4 minutes that he can stop and explore and smell a pile of leaves? And for me, the answer is yes, and I would be interested in hearing from you if the answer is no, and what are your reasons for the answer being no for that, because I don't think that there's very many reasons that the answer routinely, and I mean routinely, cannot be no there. Okay, we've got this habit of getting out for a walk and trying to cover distance, whereas that's not what it's about for our dog. It's about enrichment. Okay, so a little bit longer in this video today, so thanks very much for watching this. Let's get some discussion going if you are so inclined. Positive and constructive discussion, please. Haters will be denied. Alright, so thanks very much guys, and I'll catch you for the next one.